I just watched Arrow Season 1, Episode 12, Vertigo. This episode sees Thea in trouble with the police after being caught using a drug called Vertigo. Oliver thinks that if he can find the dealer responsible for selling and creating the drug, then he can clear Thea's name and keep her out of jail. The drug dealer goes by the name The Count, and he essentially has a pure liquid form of Vertigo, which when injected into someone makes the nerve receptors on the brain that process pain go into hyperdrive, making the subject feel like they are in excruciating pain even when nothing is happening to them. So Oliver sets up a meeting with the Count to try and make a deal, but Detective Lance and McKenna show up and bust the meeting, and Oliver ends up getting stabbed with pure Vertigo. It was interesting to see how it affected Oliver, and I assumed it would have much more of an impact than it really did. It would be interesting to see if Vertigo comes into play later in the show. I was so hyped to see Laurel come in to help Thea because I predicted that would happen, and it makes so much more sense. So Thea ends up getting a deal where her and Laurel get to work together to avoid jail time, and this could lead Thea into getting interested in working with the police or fighting crime, which could set up more roadblocks for Oliver as he tries to keep his identity a secret from his family. This entire episode sees the tension continue to rise between the Queen family as Thea and Moira finally make up after what feels like forever of battling, because Oliver finally admits to Thea that it was their father that cheated, not Moira. Now, Moira doesn't want Thea's view of her father to be tarnished, which is why she kept it a secret for so long, but what we do know so far is that Moira is not to be trusted. At the end of this episode, Felicity shows Oliver the list, a second copy that Walter found in the house a few episodes back, and tells him that she thinks his mother has something to do with it, and ever since Walter found it, he went missing. This is finally what I've been waiting for to happen. Moira is finally getting exposed as a snake that she is, because once Oliver finds a way to confront her about the list, things are going to get interesting, and all the secrets from this point on will be revealed. We also get more flashbacks of Oliver on the island, as we see he was put in a fighting ring with Yao Fei, and he learned a few tricks like putting people to sleep with a chokehold. And Yao Fei gives Oliver a map that leads to his survival, so it will be interesting just to see where the map took him. This is another great episode of Arrow, and now that the plot is finally starting to thicken, it will be interesting to see where things go from here. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next review.